In 1972, America was caught between two worlds. Outside your front door, the country's wrestling with Watergate whispers, Vietnam protest, and gas lines that seemed to stretch forever. But inside your living room, there was comfort, laughter, and weekly escape that brought the whole family together. This wasn't the age of binge watching or endless streaming options. Television was appointment viewing, and prime time was sacred. These shows sparked dinner table debates and turned fictional characters into household names. So, grab your TV guide and settle in as we count down the 10 shows that absolutely ruled the airwaves in 1972. At number 10, The Wonderful World of Disney on NBC.
Wonderful World of Disney.
Walt Disney's Sunday night institution was still going strong in 1972, proving that quality family entertainment never goes out of style. Each week, families gathered for animated classics, nature documentaries, or original programming that parents and kids could enjoy together. The show's genius lay in its variety. One week featuring Mickey Mouse cartoons, the next a wildlife adventure. What made Disney's show special was its role as television's last true family gathering. While other networks pushed boundaries with controversial content, Disney remained a safe harbor where 3 generations could sit together. The little-known controversy? NBC executives constantly pressured Disney to add contemporary edge to compete with hipper programming, but Walt's vision held firm even after his death. The moment that defined Disney in 1972 was The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes, starring a young Kurt Russell. It captured the era's fascination with technology while maintaining that wholesome Disney charm. At number 9, Gunsmoke on CBS. After 17 years, Gunsmoke was still drawing audiences to Dodge City, though clearly in its twilight years. James Arness's Marshal Matt Dillon had become television's most enduring lawman, and the show's Western formula provided comfort in an increasingly complex world. The supporting cast of Doc Adams, Miss Kitty, and Deputy Festus had become like extended family to loyal viewers. What's remarkable about Gunsmoke's 1972 season is how it adapted to changing times while maintaining its core identity. The show began addressing contemporary social issues through Western allegory, tackling prejudice and environmental concerns naturally. The controversial fact many didn't know? CBS executives wanted to cancel Gunsmoke in 1967, but a passionate letter-writing campaign from fans, particularly older viewers, saved it for 5 more years. The memorable moment came in The Foundling, where Matt Dillon temporarily adopts an abandoned child. The storyline resonated with viewers questioning traditional family structures, proving that even an aging Western could find new emotional depth. Number 8, The Waltons on CBS. Goodnight, John Boy became America's most beloved bedtime ritual when The Waltons premiered in 1972. Set during the Great Depression, this family drama struck a chord with viewers navigating their own uncertain times. The show's gentle storytelling and emphasis on family values provided a comforting counterpoint to the era's social upheaval, reminding audiences that strong families could weather any storm. What made The Waltons particularly powerful was its authentic portrayal of economic hardship without losing hope or humor. Earl Hamner Jr.'s creation drew from his own childhood memories, giving the show emotional honesty that viewers could feel. The surprising controversy? Well, network executives initially worried that the Depression-era stories would depress modern audiences, but The Waltons proved that looking backward could provide comfort moving forward. The episode that captured hearts was the pilot movie, The Homecoming, which aired as a Christmas special. Watching the Walton family struggle to reunite for Christmas during lean times reminded viewers of what truly mattered. Did you grow up saying, "Goodnight, John Boy," in your household? Hit that like button if The Waltons was part of your family's routine, and drop a comment with your favorite Walton family memory. Number 7, The Mary Tyler Moore Show on CBS. Mary Richards tossed her beret into the Minneapolis air and changed television forever. In 1972, The Mary Tyler Moore Show was hitting its stride as television's most progressive sitcom, featuring a single, career-focused woman who chose her independence. Mary's Minneapolis newsroom became the workplace comedy template, with Lou Grant, Murray, and Ted Baxter creating a dysfunctional but lovable professional family. The show's cultural impact cannot be overstated. While other programs featured women as wives and mothers, Mary Tyler Moore presented a different model, a woman who found fulfillment through work, friendship, and personal growth. Here's the controversial fact that might surprise you. CBS executives initially balked at Mary being divorced, fearing audiences wouldn't accept a failed woman as a protagonist. The compromise made her single but never married, which proved more revolutionary. The memorable episode from 1972 was The 6.5-Year Itch, where Mary considers leaving WJM-TV for a better job. The episode captured the professional ambitions of changing times while maintaining the show's warm humor. Number 6. The NBC Sunday Mystery Movie on NBC.
Tonight starring...
Sunday nights belonged to mystery in 1972, thanks to NBC's brilliant rotating anthology that gave us Columbo, McCloud, and McMillan and Wife. This innovative format allowed for movie-length mysteries with higher production values, creating an event viewing experience that families plan their weekends around. Peter Falk's rumpled Detective Columbo became the breakout star, with his seemingly bumbling investigation style that always trapped overconfident killers. The genius of the Sunday Mystery Movie was its variety with inconsistency. Whether watching Dennis Weaver's Fish Out of Water New Mexico deputy in New York City, or Rock Hudson and Susan St. James as the glamorous crime-solving couple, you knew you were getting quality mystery entertainment. The surprising behind-the-scenes drama? Peter Falk and the network constantly battled over Columbo's disheveled appearance and unconventional methods. Executives wanted him cleaned up and more traditionally heroic, but Falk insisted on the character's unique quirks that made him unforgettable. The episode that defined the series was Columbo's Candidate for Crime, featuring Jackie Cooper as a corrupt politician. The cat and mouse game showcased everything that made the character special: patient investigation, psychological insight, and that final, just one more thing. Hey friends, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next countdown. Number 5. Bridget Loves Bernie on CBS. The most controversial hit of 1972 was also one of its most charming. Bridget Loves Bernie dared to explore interfaith marriage through romantic comedy, following a Catholic teacher and Jewish taxi driver who fall in love despite their family's objections. The show's mix of cultural humor and genuine romance struck a chord with audiences navigating America's changing social landscape. What made Bridget Loves Bernie special was its refusal to mock either faith or tradition. Instead, the show found humor and cultural misunderstandings while celebrating love's ability to bridge differences. The chemistry between Meredith Baxter and David Burney was genuine. They married in real life, giving their on-screen romance authentic warmth. The shocking controversy that killed the show? Religious groups from both sides protested the series, claiming it promoted interfaith marriage and undermined traditional values. The pressure became so intense that CBS canceled the show despite strong ratings, making it one of the highest-rated series ever pulled from the air after just one season. The memorable episode was the pilot, where Bernie's Jewish grandmother and Bridget's Irish Catholic father try to sabotage the wedding. The culture clash comedy was handled with such warmth that it won over audiences. Number 4. Maude on CBS. God'll get you for that, Walter. B. Arthur's Maude Finley was television's most outspoken liberal, and in 1972, she was just getting started. As Edith Bunker's cousin on All in the Family, Maude had proven so popular that Norman Lear gave her own show, where she could fully express her progressive views on everything from women's liberation to political corruption. What made Maude groundbreaking was its willingness to tackle controversial subjects head-on. While other sitcoms implied social change, Maude explicitly discussed abortion, alcoholism, domestic violence, and political hypocrisy. B. Arthur's commanding performance made Maude both formidable and vulnerable, creating a complex character who reflected the era's evolving femininity. The controversial fact that shocked audiences? In the show's most famous two-part episode, Maude gets pregnant at 47 and decides to have an abortion, the first time television had explicitly dealt with the procedure. The episodes aired months before Roe v. Wade, making Maude a cultural lightning rod that generated thousands of protest letters and advertiser boycotts. The episode that captured Maude's essence was Maude's Night Out, where she challenges a male chauvinist at a political dinner. Her passionate defense of women's rights showed television's potential to both entertain and educate. Number 3. Hawaii Five-0 on CBS. Book 'em, Dano became America's favorite police catchphrase as Hawaii Five-0 entered its 5th season in 1972. Jack Lord, Steve McGarrett, and his elite police unit made the Hawaiian Islands television's most exotic crime-fighting location, combining beautiful Pacific scenery with hard-hitting police work. The show's unique blend of paradise and danger created appointment television for viewers craving both escapism and excitement. What set Hawaii Five-0 apart was its cinematic production values and authentic Hawaiian locations. While other police shows were confined to studio sets, Five-0 used the islands as both backdrop and character, making viewers feel like they were vacationing in paradise while solving crimes. The surprising controversy many don't remember? Local Hawaiian activists protested the show's portrayal of islanders and its emphasis on mainland law enforcement solving island problems. Critics argued that Five-0 reinforced colonial attitudes about Hawaiian dependence on outside authority. The memorable moment was the classic episode V for Vashon, featuring Luther Adler as the crime boss trying to destroy McGarrett. The 3-part story showcased everything that made Five-0 special: exotic locations, complex plotting, and Jack Lord's intense performance. Number 2. Sanford and Son on NBC. Red Fox brought his nightclub persona to primetime television and created comedy gold. Sanford and Son was NBC's answer to All in the Family, featuring an African-American father and son whose junkyard business provided the setting for sharp social commentary wrapped in hilarious family dysfunction. Fred Sanford's fake heart attacks and verbal sparring with son Lamont made Friday nights essential viewing for audiences hungry for authentic black humor on television. What made Sanford and Son revolutionary was its unapologetic portrayal of working-class black life. While other shows featured African-American characters as sidekicks or tokens, Sanford and Son centered the black experience with humor that was both specific to the community and universally relatable. Red Fox's fearless performance brought his decades of comedy club experience to mainstream television. The controversial behind-the-scenes drama: NBC executives were terrified of Fox's uncensored humor and tried to sanitize his performance, but producer Norman Lear fought to preserve the authentic voice that made the character work. The network's fears proved groundless as audiences embraced Fred Sanford's outrageous personality and quotable one-liners. The episode that became legendary was The Piano Movers, where Fred and Lamont struggle to move a piano upstairs. The physical comedy combined with Fox's perfect timing created a classic television moment that showcased both the show's humor and the genuine affection between father and son. And at number 1, All in the Family on CBS. Archie Bunker made bigotry funny, and America just couldn't stop watching. All in the Family wasn't just television's highest-rated show in 1972, it was a cultural phenomenon that changed what television could be. Norman Lear's groundbreaking sitcom used Archie's prejudices to expose and examine American society's deepest contradictions, creating comedy that was both hilarious and uncomfortable. Carol O'Connor's brilliant performance made Archie simultaneously despicable and oddly sympathetic. What made All in the Family truly revolutionary was its refusal to provide easy answers. While Archie spouted racist and sexist views, the show's genius lay in letting audiences decide whether to laugh with him or at him. The supporting characters, long-suffering Edith, liberal son-in-law Mike, and daughter Gloria, provided multiple perspectives on social issues, creating television's most complex family dynamic. The most shocking controversy? CBS executives were so terrified of the show's content that they filmed 2 pilots and tested them extensively before reluctantly putting it on the air. Many predicted the show would be canceled within weeks due to viewer complaints, but instead, it became television's most successful social experiment. The episode that defined the series was Sammy's Visit, where Sammy Davis Jr. accidentally leaves his briefcase in Archie's cab. The meeting between America's most famous bigot and its most beloved entertainer created television magic, showing how humor could break down barriers while respecting both characters' dignity. These 10 shows filled our living rooms with laughter, drama, and conversations that lasted long after the closing credits rolled. They represented a television landscape where families gathered together, where shows took risks, and where entertainment could actually mean something. These shows tackled social change with humor and heart, introducing us to characters who felt like neighbors, and proved that television could be both popular and meaningful. Tell us, which show on this list brought back the strongest memory? Leave a comment and share your story. If you enjoyed this countdown, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next trip back in time. The golden age of TV lives on right here.